concentrate on meeting that objective. And it's absolutely vital if societal change is going to take place. Whether it's the issue of tackling female genital mutilation, or early forced marriages, or rape, or tackling the brutal oppression by ISIL, the role of women is central to making progress. It's not only central, it is essential. That is the stark message that is underpinned now more than ever by a sense of urgency. It's not a new message. 100 years ago, the great feminist James Connolly, the 1916 leader, wrote about women, and I quote, that there were none so fitted to break their chains as those who wear them, none so well equipped to decide what is a fetter. We're so much better informed nowadays about the fetters that enslave women. Research into the lives of women gives us new insights, and there has been progress made in many legislative and political initiatives across the globe. But we're also faced with new and pressing challenges. The great movement of refugees fleeing for their lives, for example, that must be accommodated by generosity, understanding, and proper funding. The current climate change talks taking place in Paris is another example. The talks may be crucial to our shared future, but they're also revealing in showing up just how imbalanced the global decision-making process is. In an interview in yesterday's Guardian newspaper, the UN Special Envoy on Climate Change, Mary Robertson, commented on the lack of women leaders at the talks, and she asked a pointed question. If you don't have women here, she asked, how can you say it's about people? And we all know the developing world has been struggling with the effects of global warming. Now that we're beginning to experience them, the issue is at last getting the attention it deserves here at home. But the issues of peace and security, of terrorism, of mass displacement, are challenges that millions of people face today. And it's so often the case, these factors create more risks for women than for men. Risks of gender-based violence on a wide scale that requires a new kind of politics to respond to it. A politics based on equal participation of women as well as men. And in a small way, there's an important expression of solidarity. COLOF and this project is assisting the progress we must make to reach that new dispensation, one that's based on equality and inclusion. This year, this coming year, the theme of gender-based violence and the Dimpanini Ladies, was our Women's Leadership Development Fund, has a clear objective. It will ensure that some Southern women at grassroots level will have an opportunity to realise their potential as leaders. It will enable them to develop and grow in the way that other women have done before them. Women like Malala Yousafzai, who has made the differentiation about herself, that she doesn't want to be known as the girl who was shot by the Taliban. She wants to be known as the girl who fought for education. So theirs will be an important contribution made possible by this fund and by COLOF. In fact, this is exactly the kind of contribution that needs to be made across the globe if we are ever to realise a world in which both women and men can be free to live out their lives in safety. So I'd like to again thank you very much for inviting me here this evening. It's an honour to be here. May I congratulate everybody involved with this project and wish you all the very best for the coming year. And maybe wish you a happy Christmas as well. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Liz. I think I can see the place on the COLOF website that that really profound contribution can fit. Can I see the COLOF IT people here? Can you fit that on? There's really, really a comprehensive setting out of the goals and the values that we have, and so rich coming from somebody of your experience. So thank you, Liz. Last word for me is to introduce Catherine Meehan, our brand new board member of the Dipnamini Women's Leadership Development Bursary Fund, and a new member of the board of COLA. And by way of introducing Catherine, I can only reiterate what has been said already by the previous speakers. We have a profound gratitude to COLA. We could not exist as such a small project like this. We could not exist if we didn't have the support of Mark and his team. Literally every cent that we get because of COLA's support goes to those women that you've seen. And every cent is hard thought about. And we cannot but be deeply grateful to them. So it's a pleasure that with my last word, I get to introduce our newest committee member, Catherine Meehan.
So not only am I a new member, but I'm the last speaker, which I think you'll probably have no problem with. I have a list, obviously, of formal duties in my role as Vice Chair. We should thank the Lord Mayor, I think, for the use of the Mansion House. I mean, it really is amazing. It's amazing to be part of the history of Dublin in this way, and we all aspire to have our acrylic portraits here as well. I particularly like to thank our speaker, Liz McMahon, as I think what she said puts into context so well the work of the committee, and it's been a very important contribution, as Mary has said. I'd like, particularly on COLA, if we're not over the podium tonight, to congratulate the committee on the work they're doing. It's very important work for so many people in the global, so many women in the global south. It's potentially life-changing. So I've been asked again to ask you to donate, if you can, those of you who feel that you're in a position to contribute to the fund. It's tax efficient, and the money is actually well spent. There are no overheads at all going on from these skills. And the work of the committee fits very well with the mission of COLA, because it is about life changing, and what COLA does. COLA is 40 years old this year. Our mission is to support volunteering, to support those who volunteer, and to support standards in volunteering. And for so many people who have volunteered, it has, of course, been also a life-changing experience. What they have learned, the skills they have learned when they went to the Global South, the interpersonal skills they have learned, and their commitment to justice, which has been increased by their trip, and the work that they've been involved in. And what is immensely important for us, for COLA, is that commitment continues when people come home, and that they become part of the work of COLA. We have a number of effectively autonomous groups, like the Dipnamini Committee. We're a membership-based organisation. It's driven by the members, and if members have objectives and projects which fit in with the overall mission of COLA, I think there's no doubt that COLA is delighted to be able to support those in any way we can. We now finally have a very nice office, headquarters, space that's available, and all of that. And it is set up to enable those who also have had the life-changing experience of volunteering to work with us, to work with each other, and to continue the work that they're doing. That's really all I want to say. Oh yes, I'm told to tell you that the further details for 2016 will be on the website. Closing date is the 30th of April next, and anything you can do to spread the word about the fund, I think would be very important. So I know many of you are working in different organisations that might have a presence in the Global South, and you might be able to bring that information through your organisation to potential recipients of funding. So all I have to do now is ask you to enjoy the rest of the evening, to have another glass of wine if you haven't already had one, and to thank you very much for coming and for your participation and your interest. Thank you.